you ready to get lasered?
Laser.
Hey everyone, it's Alex over at Laser Everything, and welcome to the third episode of Lasered, where we're going to be finding great settings for and ultimately destroying a Samsung Galaxy S22. This is the one thing that we could not get brand new, so we grabbed it used.
The actions you're about to see are performed by professionals.
Hey guys, we're back, and this week again we're working on the S22 Ultra, and we have the first item in this list that I think actually has a metal backing. And we'll mess around on the screen if we have a few extra minutes and see if we can get any marks on the screen without damaging the pixels. I think when we did the Pixel 6a episode, we did end up killing a few of the pixels. You know, I don't know, we're gonna find out. We've been having really good luck with this 1000 speed, 20 frequency, 20 nanosecond pulse width. I feel like we should just keep it going because it's...
Let's give it a go.
We might be 3 for 3 on the episodes with this setting for the UV. So we'll go ahead and toss that in the bed there, and we're just gonna focus up, and I think we're good to go. Well, that does not look like metal to me.
No, yeah, it doesn't feel good.
That does not look
Doesn't
good
look
at all.
good, doesn't feel good.
So there you go, guys. There's a look. Not great, not loving that. I'm not even really sure what to do about that. Perhaps we will drop our pulse width to 15, and we can raise the speed to 1500 millimeters per second, and we can go ahead and try that again. Marginal improvement?
It's cleaner.
It is cleaner, it's definitely cleaner, but it's not consistent through the mark. So we're gonna have to just still reduce power on that.
Dump down to like 10 pulse width maybe.
Yeah, all right, you're good. That looks nicer, but it's really dark.
Maybe.
That is a really nice,
crosshatch.
that's a really nice mark though. So we have definitely a very clean mark at this point, but it is fairly dark on the back of the S22. So yeah, we could try a crosshatch, sure. I'm ready to destroy a Samsung Galaxy S22. How about you?
I am too. 4000 speed and 50 power, 350 DPI.
It's as good as any.
All right, let's do it.
Whoa, that's so cool. You can't really tell in the video, I don't think. You might be able to see it. We'll have to look after the fact, but
it's looking promising, I think.
yeah.
This might be our best result on the diode so far.
Might be the best result on the S22 so far. Wow, that's not what I thought it was gonna look like. It's actually very dark, guys. I know it looked very light. It's that top right mark right here. A little more juice?
Yeah, a lot slower, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can hunt this setting down.
Fire away.
Wow.
That is a stark change.
Even when the diode's actually running, it looks so bright. You know, it looks so bright as it's being marked, but so did the last one.
Yeah.
The last one looked really bright too, and the final mark did not impress.
No.
So it's really hard to tell like what we're actually working with here until it's over. Okay guys, so second mark on the S22 here. Substantially brighter, much brighter mark there. It's definitely flat.
It looks like it didn't completely ablate.
It looks melty. Touch it, it's not even there. You can't even really feel it.
It's very odd.
Yeah,
it's almost like pulling the coating off.
It's like melting the coating off.
Yeah.
Maybe it is aluminum and the coating's just melty.
Could be.
Could be that too. Okay, we've made some changes. Last try before we're 0-3 on the diode laser.
It's just amazing how the mark pops while it's under the diode light.
Yeah.
And then in, you know,
reality,
it doesn't really pop so much.
Yeah, it's gross too. It's like a gross mark. I don't know what they're putting on the aluminum like for the phone, but it's not very clean.
No.
And yeah, guys.
Back to not doing it at all.
I mean, it's like, it's there and it's gray. It's certainly not near the quality of the UV. It's definitely more of like a gray there. You could probably mess with this for longer and get something decent. I feel like there's...
Maybe workable at some point?
It may be workable at some point, but I don't know. S22 for the diode.
All right, guys, and we're over at the CO2. We got the Galaxy S22 Ultra here, and I think I'm having a little more confidence in this one compared to the last 2 weeks.
I think if this is aluminum, we're gonna find out here now. I don't know, man. Same settings.
Let's give it a go.
It seems to be pretty like middle of the road, around 2,000 speed, 40 power, and 100 frequency. Seems to be middle of the road on these plastics. Okay.
That was different.
That was different. That was with a 0.1 millimeter line spacing.
Yeah, let's tighten that up.
I mean, it's certainly interesting. Is it plastic on there? Oh yeah, huh? Gross. Actually, look at that. Do you see what's happening here?
Ew.
It's almost like a crystallized shell of the coating has kind of peeled away as we're rubbing our fingers on it.
It reminds me of the finish we got on the surface of the Pixel.
Yeah, I think
from the screen.
I think we should blast it. I think we should blast it.
That's a lot more of a reaction.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go for a second pass. So weird how we're getting like this effect on the E here is looking really nice, but then the rest of it is like kind of gross.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to say more. If there's metal under there, right?
Yeah, it's reacting so oddly.
We could try to turn the all calc off and maybe do a cross hatch. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drop the speed to 1,000 here. It does almost seem like it's cracking, right?
Yeah, you can almost hear it.
Yeah. And there's the second pass, just for good measure. Maybe that's not the way. So maybe a frequency reduction and maybe a little less power, because I think we're kind of slapping it around now.
Yeah.
Oh, we almost had it. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was coming away and then it popped off.
It was like nice and glossy.
Yep.
It was like nice and glossy. So
it's definitely like a plasticky coating, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like melting and then popping away.
Yeah, I think that the low frequency is doing us a favor here. I think that's helping. So let's half it. We'll try 25 power at 20 kilohertz, and we'll keep our 1,000 speed. That's like the one thing that seems to be doing okay.
Yeah. You could see it pop away like it's glass.
Yeah. I want to know how we're getting these E's. I want to know how we're getting these E's done right here, because these E's,
that's what it is. It's acting like glass.
Yeah, that's so strange, guys. Well,
I wonder if it's some kind of like a ceramic coating.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, even here, see, it's starting to chip away there.
Yeah.
Not the best. Not what we want. So, man, I don't even know. I don't know where to go from here. None of that looks particularly good. Try to reduce the power again and slow the speed down so that we get more of a melt because the plastic is shattering like glass. It's very brittle. Definitely a lot of stuff that's happening in this show that I've not expected.
No, not at all.
Okay, here we go.
We were almost there.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit it again. Man, it's just like you hear the pop. It pops and then I feel like it is brittle, like it's instantly brittle.
For those of you at home that I'm not sure if it's coming across on the mic or if you're noticing it on camera, it comes across like you're hitting it just barely light enough with the CO2, but the glass layer that you're engraving doesn't pop away until right when you touch the glass.
Yeah. You know, we usually would save this for the complete destruction round, but I feel like we should just jack it way up and see if we can just
cook it off?
Cook it off, yeah, right?
Let's do it.
I think it's the last thing to do, so we'll go ahead and try that. Yikes.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Huh. And even then, we still get the crack.
It's still crackling.
It's still crackling. Well, I think that the, and I'm not entirely surprised. I'm a little surprised. The S22 Ultra is going to be a no-go on the CO2 Galvo. We could hit the screen real quick if you want to check our Pixel 6a settings. If you guys haven't seen the Pixel 6a episode, we actually did a pretty nice transparent marking on the Pixel 6a's glass. I'm interested to see if this does the same thing.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah. All right, yeah, let's flip it over and give it a shot. Again, it's like pretty nice. I kind of want to hit it again.
Yeah.
And just see if we can even it out. It's almost working.
Interesting.
But is it gonna flake away? See, that's kind of the problem with CO2 Galvo, is that's really kind of breaking off there, which is a shame because it would look so cool if we could get it to a point where it didn't. We could try one more. Do you have any suggestions? We're at 2000, 40, 100.
I kind of wonder what high frequency would look like.
Man. So we're almost getting like a transparency here. And then like again, kind of like a...
Starting to crumble apart a little.
A crumble there, yeah. So even less power or a little bit higher speed. Actually, you know what? I think the power really has to stay. So okay. we need to break the glass. And if we don't have enough power, we're not actually gonna break the glass.
Yeah.
I think maybe just bringing the speed up, maybe like 3,000 and a very slight increase to the line distance still. Let's go ahead and run it at 0.1 now. I mean, you can really see the distance between those lines at this point, and it doesn't look a whole lot better. But unfortunately, I just don't think that this material is cut out for it. You can do it, but whoever you give this phone to is going to get a bunch of broken glass in their hands.
Yeah, it's not going to be comfortable to use, that's for sure. It
is not. So I'm going to go ahead and say no on the glass on that. And we really didn't score on the back either. So definitely time now to send this over to the fiber.
All right, guys, so we're at the end of the journey here for the S22 Ultra. We've been kind of a little teased by not really getting a great mark so far.
It's definitely been the most unexpected episode so far. I feel like we're getting the most unexpected results so far out of anything. I mean, like the Pixel 6a was hard, but I expected that to be hard. I really thought this was going to be a lot easier, and we've been struggling to get something that really looks nice. So hopefully we can end on a high note here for fiber laser owners. We are at 65. We're also on the 220 lens for the fiber laser here. I don't want to outpower people on smaller lasers, but I still kind of want to kick it up to maybe like 75. If you guys are on a lower wattage laser, you can always try this with something like a 110 to refocus some of that energy in your 30-watt laser, and you'll be able to achieve something similar. The settings converter on the website is great for that. Thanks, David, for the settings converter. I think this might be it. I think I might call it here if this comes out well. It really does seem like multiple passes is the way to go on this.
Yeah.
That one came out more or less identical to the one on top. Do you want to just rerun that and get 2 more passes on it?
Wow.
That's the brightest one. It's almost like marbled. It's a very interesting look.
If it's something I'm taking away from this, you don't really get much out of adding more power at a certain point. It just seems like the passes are really kind of chiseling away at it slowly.
Yeah, it's definitely a multi-pass situation, but that's the final mark, and I'm thinking that looks really good.
More passes, more deep, just watch the heat.
Yep. It's still turning on at this point, and I've got a big problem with that, so I think it's time that we teach this thing a lesson. I really think this thing deserves some payback.
Sorry, old friend.
I'm not. While you guys are kicking back and enjoying Lasered, we just wanted to remind you that while we are eviscerating an entire slew of electronics during this show, we have been very careful to make sure that we are completely thorough in removing 100% of the lithium-ion batteries that are contained within the components we're marking. Please never mark lithium-ion batteries with a laser. It can be extremely dangerous and can end in a serious fire. Of all the things, this is the device that almost killed us.
Of all the things in the galaxy.
Now it's our turn. What is this material? I need answers, dude.
It's gotta be some kind of weird ceramic.
Look at it go. Is that just smoke or is it cotton candy?
I think it might be smoke.
Oh, it's just smoke. What is this set to, dude?
Kill.
All right, so the silica was able to withstand our just engraving. But can it withstand the cut? Even now, when the fiber laser beam passes through the glass, you see the fire erupting under the glass.
Out of the little hole we made.
Yeah, it's burning the electronic components and just completely ignoring the glass back of the phone. I think the UV is going to be a lot different. Though galaxies can feel infinite, even those come to an end. And that is true even for this Samsung Galaxy S22, who's about to experience the UV drill test.
You know, we haven't really seen much of a reaction out of this phone on any of the lasers so far.
Yeah, even with our fiber laser test, it was just kind of like we were boiling it from the inside out, but the fiber laser itself passed right through this glass coating or whatever the heck it was.
Some kind of funky ceramic glass coating. You know, it feels like aluminum in the hand, but it's clearly not because we would have gotten a much better reaction out of it with the fiber.
Yeah.
And the UV would have marked it completely differently.
Whatever it is, the UV's taking care of it. It's definitely getting down in there.
I feel like it hasn't really had enough though. What are you thinking?
I think I'm kind of targeting those lenses right now. I feel like the lenses would be really cool. It might like focus the UV beam somehow. I don't know. Wow, it's really just like lighting right up inside the lens cavity down in there.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine what this would be like without goggles on.
Yeah, me neither.
It is super reflective. With that added glass enclosure, it's really kind of making it pop out with the reflections.
Yeah, we're getting some really cool plasma effects down in the lens.
It's amazing how bright this is.
Yeah,
I can't.
There's just like a ton of smoke coming out too. I mean, it's really charring the inside of this one. I'm glad that we took a minute to do this on the actual lenses because everything else about this S22 has been kind of boring.
Yeah, a little bit. It's very dull.
The lenses are really cool though. All right, dude, I think this thing's had enough. I can't watch anymore.
I think it's pretty well done.
Well, I think we've basically sent this S22 to the moon, dude. Check out the lens damage that we did.
They're so crispy.
Yeah, super crispy, almost crystallized. Just brutal. And we got all the way through the back of the case for sure, and kind of got stuck on this copper lead that sits behind the battery. UV can't really ablate metal, so that definitely was going to be a hard stop no matter what.
Yep.
Well, after blasting this thing in the eye, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we have successfully lasered the S22.
It's definitely lasered.
Yeah, definitely lasered, guys. Yeah, definitely lasered, guys. And remember, If you had fun today, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash the like button. Let everybody else know that Lasered was a blast. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified the next time Kyle and I send something into the center of the sun. Don't forget to check out the link to the Laser Master Academy. It is our supporter subscription service. It's the #1 way to support the channel. Everything that Kyle and I do here on Laser Everything is thanks to our supporters over at the LMA. So if you'd like to support the channel and make sure we can continue doing whatever the heck this was, definitely go check it out over at masters.lasereverything.net. I'm really glad we took the battery out of this one before we started.
Yeah, Samsung doesn't need any more fires.
It really doesn't. In fact, I think we should go find that because we might have a shop fire on our hands.
Yep, see you guys.